Hey guys, it's me, Skinner from Just Skin It Barbecue. I told y'all to make you a video of me doing wings today, and I'm gonna fulfill my promise. I'm sorry it's a little bit later, but I want to try to get that time where everybody can kind of watch it, because y'all know on Saturdays y'all out doing your thing, but Saturday evening, Saturday night, it might be the thing you watch. So I want to kind of show you the whole point of this series is to show you the whole process of the barbecue process. So right now I'm gonna show you what you kind of need to do wings. So you're probably gonna think I'm silly because I didn't know this starting out. Obviously I thought the chicken just had two parts, two parts of wings, the drum and the flat, and you kind of bought them like that. No, the store jacks up the prices by cutting them for you. So you'll see the drums, you'll see the wing or the flats at the store, but they will be pre-cut and it'll be like $1, $1.50 extra more. So right now I'm gonna show you that you're gonna end up buying, to save a little bit of money, the full wing. So you can see the full wing in this, and you're gonna buy some shears. Right now is the perfect time to buy shears from Walmart or wherever because they're $7 a pair. I lost my old one, had to go buy some today, so that's how I know. So, first thing, I seen everybody doing this, but I didn't know how to do it myself, though I watched a few YouTube videos. So what you wanna do is you wanna take the end of it, the little leg part right here, and you're gonna stick the shears right about where the joint is. And you'll see right here, and you kind of trim it off. Bam, easy like that. So then you'll come to the point where you can see where the drum comes to play, and then there's a flat, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take where that little angle is right there, like right between the little gap, and that's when you're gonna start cutting. So, should easy like butter. You get right behind that joint right there between the drum and the wing, and you'll should take about 2 cuts, sometimes a little bit tougher. And at the break of that, you'll have your flat, oh, I dropped it, your flat, and your drum. Now doing that yourself, you're gonna save about $1.50, $2, something like that, and you're gonna get more wings. Like usually in a pack of full uncut wings, you're probably gonna get about 32 to 28 wings before you cut them, or like after you cut them. So you'll probably have 2 rows of 8. If you get them pre-cut, you're probably gonna get 12 to 14. So you're gonna get more wings and you're gonna get it cheaper. So one thing I always advise when I'm looking for meat prices is just to be cognizant. Look into your sales papers, look into your stores. Sometimes you'll find Food City. If you're in Wise, Virginia, or like Wise County, or Southwest Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, you'll see your Food Cities. One weekend, you might have them $1.99 a pound, and one weekend, you might have them $3.49 a pound. But that's when you shop around the different stores and you hunt for your prices. That's what I like to do, is hunt for my prices. So, all in all, you can counter that into how you affect your wings and your wing prices. If you ever see the stores, the bigger chain restaurants jacking their wing prices up, that's just them trying to make a crazy profit of you, because Intel, they could probably get that wing for a lot cheaper than I can get it. And I'm probably going to charge a lot less than they're charging. So it's just how much bang for your buck you want to make. So the next side in that process, we're going to push into the seasoning process. And so right now I'm just doing examples because I got a lot more wings to cut. I know I'm not going to bog that down with your time. So I'm going to show you that when we get to this phase, the way I do things is I'm going to go straight from the wing cutting to the seasoning. I'm not going to tell you all my secrets, so I can't tell you what I'm seasoning with. I kind of told you on Facebook I'm doing mild barbecue this week, and I'm doing my Red River sauce. I've already made my Red River sauce. I'll show you a little bit later. But, so a lot of people use oil to cover as a basis for this wing. I don't believe that you need oil. It's kind of like when you get further into your meats with brisket or ribs, a lot of people use a mustard base thing to kind of bind a binder and bind the ingredients to stick to your meat so it'll absorb the meat better. I don't believe you need that for wings because wings are like way less time on the smoker than the other meats are. So, of course, anytime your wings are happening, it's usually about an hour and a half, hour 45, sometimes, depends on how hot your smoker is. The hotter you get it, the more crispier you're going to get your wing. So a lot of people like them crispy like that, and then a lot of people don't like them crispy. It's about who you're catering to. So sometimes I like in between of like a little bit of crispy, and you get that perfect, not where it's burnt. A lot of people like burnt, but not where it's burnt, so you can get that perfect flavor texture. So for me, so it's all about temperature based. So obviously you don't want to play around with chicken. Raw chicken can give you salmonella poisoning. So where you want to hit at the done point for chicken is 165. But here's what people don't tell you. You think that you automatically have to hit 165. You might want to go a little bit higher than 165. So anywhere between 165 and 195 is the sweet spot. Once you push into the 2s, you're going to start burning that bad boy. And some people like that, some people don't. But if you are like, oh man, I forgot about my wings, oh man, and you can still hit them between that 165 and 195 temperature range, you're probably going to hit a sweet point. And you're like, oh man, can't even tell the difference. Tastes awesome. So I showed you kind of the basis of this is what I really do. I don't oil it down. I don't do anything. As you can tell a little bit, there's my flat, and I just season it down. And what I really do is I get my smoker up to temp. Anywhere people, I know on these smoker pages, a lot of people get up to 400. You get the Vortex on their Webers, and they like to get that really, really, really hot. That's fine. That's pretty much an oven, man. To me, if I'm going to smoke wings, I'm going to get that low and slow grind to it. So I'm aiming to get anywhere from like 170 to 185, but I'm going to push it a little bit longer in my process and get it to about probably an hour 45 when I'm going to pull mine off, because I'm going to get that smoky flavor to it. And if anybody knows barbecue, it's that smoky flavor. But a lot of people don't like that. That's fine. If you don't like the smoky flavor, you can adjust it to how you cater to people. But really, I've had people coming back knocking on the door for more wings because we had that nice smoky flavor. So that's it for this portion. I'll catch you in a little bit. Hey guys, welcome back with Just Skin It Barbecue. Like I said, we're doing wings today. I'm getting you live action on what is going on right now. The before you start the wings is always the heating process. The fire of the smoker is obviously how we get that beautiful smoke. So if you don't know anything about charcoal, you're gonna need a chimney starter. A lot of people don't use them. Some people use them. I think they work great. It takes about 15 minutes for them to warm up. I use the little lighter cubes. You know, a lot of people probably make fun of me for that. It makes the process go a little bit faster. Then you're going to start with the wood. So the wood is always, this is always a debatable subject in barbecue. I think you should soak your chips and your wood chunks. I just think it prolongs the process in the barbecue. It makes the wood last longer, and it produces more flavor from it. A lot of people say that all it's doing is you're steaming your barbecue. I highly disagree with that. It's worked out for me. I've done it on every smoke. Sometimes if I'm in a hurry on a really, really, really quick smoke, I will not soak the chips. So that's all about personal preference. So it's all up to your discretion. So I'm showing you this process right now, and then we're going to push into the. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have, and turn it until it turns into like a grayish color, the charcoal. And so at that point, you're gonna dump your charcoal into the little firebox. So you're gonna remove that top grate out. You're gonna replace it. Remove the top grate out. Put your charcoal there. Then you're gonna add your wood on top of it. What's that gonna do? It's gonna produce that wood, and the charcoal is your heat source. Your wood is your flavor. So that charcoal and that wood's gonna combine and cause the smokiness and the fire to come through it. So you'll maintain your temperature and you'll start producing awesome flavor. As you can tell, you can get into many different types of smoke in barbecue. The preferables are apple, cherry, pecan, mesquite, hickory, oak, all these different types of flavors. It's all about discretion. It's all about the meat that you're smoking. In this case, apple is so broad that you can pretty much use anything with it, especially mesquite, or in this case I'm using apple because I'm a huge apple and cherry advocate. I like hickory too. Sometimes I'll get a little crazy, you know, and I'll put hickory and apple together and we'll form something beautiful. If you haven't tried it, I suggest that you do try it. It is really cool to see apple and hickory combined together. So that's what we got going on right now, and here in just a few minutes I'll be putting the wings on the smoker and we'll watch it progress. Alrighty, thank you all. Hey guys, we're back, and it is time to officially dump the coals onto the wood. Vice versa. Flip the coals right here. We're gonna grab it. Make sure you have a heat glove on because you will get burnt because this thing is hot. Make sure you grab it by the bottom, or not by the bottom, but by the handle. You want to pull and turn. Throw the coals in there. Then you want to dip into your wood bucket and throw you a couple logs on to get that smoke rolling. Now, to keep that smoke rolling and that heat rolling, you're gonna have a vent on this side, and you're gonna have the vent on the top. So when you have both vents open, it allows the wind to come through and allow the fire to breathe. And if the fire can breathe, it is going to mass produce. It's going to grow, and that's what we want. But when it comes down to the cooking part, and after we get the fire rolling and we get the smoke rolling and it is up to temperature, we want to control, we want to choke it. So we'll choke the tube down and we'll get it to the point where the temperature is exactly where we want it and where the smoke is exactly where we want it. And that's when you continue to feed your fire with the wood that you have, and you'll continue to have that steady temperature. So right now, once we get it to temperature, the chicken will be placed on, and we'll move forward with how this chicken is produced. Alrighty. Hey guys, we are back, and the smoker is up to temperature. I believe anywhere from 225 to 300 is a good temperature. We are at 250, and I believe that will continue to rise. So I'm gonna go ahead and get them on the smoker. So now, me personally, I like to check my chicken wings every 30 minutes. And what I mean by that is I'll come out here and I'll flip them. And usually you'll get about 2 or 3 rotations, and after the second rotation, I'll glaze them down. I'll let it sit I'll make sure I have about 15 minutes till finish. And whenever I get them off, I'll re-glaze them with the sauce. And like I told you earlier today, today's sauce is the Red River sauce that we're glazing in, and it's gonna be beautiful. So stay tuned, and see you in a little bit. Hey guys, we are back. This is the second 30-minute check-in. This time what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold off on the flipping method, and we're gonna jump right into checking the temperature of these good old chicken wings. Like I said before, we wanna be at 165 for them to be done. I'm not expecting them to be done right now, but I'm just preparing that some might get done early. And we're also going to do is we're going to sauce them down, and within the next 15 to 30 minutes they should be done, and then we'll transition them to resaucing them again. So here we go. Look at those beautiful things. If you don't see that, I want you to get up here and close and personal. Look how beautiful those things are. As a lot of people jump to a conclusion that when you see a wing like that, that's automatically dry, but actually it's actually very, very, very juicy. It takes a lot to dry a wing. If you are perfectly within that 165 to 195 range, you should have your nice juicy wing. Alrighty, so yeah, we're a little ways off. So I'm not even gonna waste y'all's time by checking all those, but let me go get the good old Red River sauce. There we are, good old famous Red River. I'm gonna tell you something. Red River came out of nowhere. I asked my buddies one day, I said, what would be a good name for this barbecue sauce that I continue to make and people like? And they said, my buddy B, if you're watching, this one's for you. He said name it Red River. I think he was referring to the Texas Tech football and Texas River or a battle clash during football season. But I liked it. I think it goes good, and I even thought about a Red River commercial with Sam Elliott being the voice of Jessica and Barbecue. And my man can dream a little bit, you know. So right now all we're gonna do is just gonna sauce these bad boys down. And get a good sauce on them, then we'll flip them. So I like to get each side evenly distributed with the Now, a lot of people don't like to do this. I believe that, personally, I think either way is beautiful. I've done dry rub wings, and they've turned out amazing. That's what I've done here, with no sauce. And most of the images that y'all see on social media is no glaze or sauce. But rarely you'll see one that does, and those are absolutely phenomenal. And they look phenomenal, that's one thing, but another thing is literally they taste phenomenal. And I might be a little biased, but I'll let y'all be the verdicts on that. And so I know y'all was anxious to see them earlier, but let's take a little peep while they just got glazed up, how beautiful this looks. As you can see, nice and beautiful like. Alright, so that's what we're working with. I'm not gonna fully glaze them because that's just a waste of y'all's time. I'll be back with the finished final product in just a second. Alright, thanks. Hey guys, finally we have the finished product. It took a while, but guess what? That's barbecue. This isn't no microwave oven that we got behind us, so we can whip it up in 5 minutes. If you want something good and worth having, it's gonna take a little bit. So I'm anxious to show you how these wings came out. I'm not gonna lie to you, I already tried one or two. About to go on the third one here in just a second. And these things are the bomb.com. I'm telling you, these things might be the best ones I've made yet. But I tell myself that every time I make them. So I'm gonna show you right here up close and personal. Let's see if you can get a good glimpse of those. Look at that. Yeah, there's gonna be a a picture posted at the end, so you can see a better angle of how these things turned out. But I couldn't be happier. They're delicious. Like I said, these are mild barbecue with my Red River sauce glazed on, and I'm just telling you, they're awesome. So if you like this video, please let me know some feedback. Going into next week's video. Next week's video, we will be covering ribs, man. Baby back ribs. Can I get my baby back? You know what I'm saying? I can lay down some ribs. I'm just going to let you know. So come hungry tomorrow, or start the video whenever you're ready to make some ribs, and we'll make them together. But let me know how you like this video, if it was helpful or not, or if you just enjoyed watching the video and seeing how the finished product turned out. That's awesome. I would appreciate any feedback and things I could possibly bring to the table next week. And should I be more funnier, you know, or just different things going into it. Either way, the food turned out awesome. I appreciate y'all watching. If you watched this far, obviously, even if you skip to the end, that's beautiful. You see how these wings turned out. So next week's ribs. So come ready, and thank y'all. God bless, and hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Let's go.